Alright, this video is gonna be showing how, if the God in the Bible is real, this video is gonna show how the God in the Bible is bipolar. Now this according to the shit that's written in the Bible now. So don't look at me, look at the Bible. I'm just pointing it out. In the Bible, God promotes slavery by saying things like, slaves, obey your earthly master with respect as you would Christ. That's in Ecclesiastes 6:5. Then in the book of Deuteronomy, as I mentioned, he has laws governing how to conduct your slaves. All right. Then it turn around and say, if any man be found with a slave in his possession, he shall surely be put to death. What the fuck? You can't tell me this ain't some bipolar ass shit. Truth of the matter is this. All right, from what we know, okay, from what we can see today, that it was European slave owners, the slave makers, all right, that altered that Bible to fit their agenda as far as like enslaving people. Because the thing about it is this. They use God's name as a shield to cover their filth. So they put the word God over it, and they feel like shit. People are automatically go along with the shit. Or either they would feel on the spiritual level that it was ordained, so this must be right. Therefore, it would shut them down from really rebelling. But the Bible can be used in so many ways. It's the most manipulative book that I ever read in my life. Because you got people like Nat Turner that read the Bible, and he got something totally different out of it. Alright? Totally different. He was going around killing motherfuckers, slave masters. But the other ones, they was being taught the Bible. Some of them could read it and shit, but they was looking at it the way that the slave master presented it to them. Alright? So it's parts in the Bible where it says, anybody be caught with a slave in their possession should surely be put to death. And guess what? Yeah, people like Nat Turner doing that shit, putting their ass to death. So you can't fault Nat Turner, and then according to the Bible, you can't fault the slave masters either. If you go by the Bible, because this Bible, it promotes straight chaos, murder, and death. Alright? This shit like tug of war. Who shall win? The slave master or the fucking ones that's rebelling and killing the slave masters from even having a slave in their possession? So, and whose fault is it? God, according to the Bible. But we know that it ain't God. We know that these motherfuckers took their fingers, took some pens, added that shit in to suit their agenda as far as like colonizing, enslaving with this trichology shit, okay? Because they know black people are spiritual people by nature. So they gave us that bullshit. Then you gotta think about this. Black people. Message to the black people. Y'all listen to me good. Listen close. Alright? It's the only book that they gave us as black people. Alright? Even though we know we're not the body. Because you can come out the body and have astral travel and have out-of-body experience. But as far as like living in the physical body, the black body, listen to me good. It's the only book they gave black people on the fucking planet during slavery. Okay? That should say something. Alright? That means they was using that shit as a weapon. Okay? A fucking weapon. Think about it. A weapon against black people. I gotta make this plain and clear. Some of y'all slow. And yet the Bible say, God is not a God of confusion. You can't tell me. You can't tell me that ain't some damn confusion. Promoting slavery, and then he's not promoting slavery. One party against it, one party is total for it. Get the fuck out of here. Bipolar ass shit. And to show you that your brain has been programmed. This is for the people in the Western Hemisphere. The majority are probably Christians and shit. And that's based off slavery. And that's based off... That's what it is, okay? Now, let's just say, all the people that's in America, in the Western Hemisphere, let's say they was born in India. I bet you y'all ass gonna be a fucking Buddhist, or y'all gonna be into Hinduism. Bet you that shit. So, this is programming, all right? Programming. But wasn't nobody born with none one of these religions. The shit was taught And yet y'all claim y'all religion is the right one. Everybody claiming their religion is the right one. Get the fuck out of here. All that gang banging ass shit. That's gang banging. It ain't no different. No different. And then you know what? I remember reading in the Bible where it say, Satan said, I come to and fro, seeking to divide who I may. You know, he dividing people, causing division. To and fro, up and down. To and fro, up and down. If you trace that shit like you know how they used to make you trace shit in kindergarten, just follow the lines. To and fro, up and down. That's a fucking cross. Alright, so basically, Europeans came dividing black people with religion against each other. That's how they conquered. Divide and conquer. Alright? That's the damn Satan in the Bible. That damn cross that was used as a tool to enslave natives on the planet. Think about it, shit. It's like to and fro, up and down, seeking to devour and divide, basically. So shit, that's what happened in history. So let's go by what actually happened, that we know that happened. Fuck all them damn stories that's made up in the Bible that nobody can prove. We're talking about actual things that anybody can prove based off research, documents, and also footage. You know what? I'm thinking about something. You know, I made a video on the hidden history of Allah. And in the video, I was talking about how Nintu and Inky, they were making a mortar from the blood of Allah, mixing it with clay, and how they breathed, put the breath of Allah, Allah's spirit, in the mortar to actually give him life. And the Holy Quran say the same thing. We made man from black mud and fat and molded him in a shape. Then it said and Allah breathes his spirit in the man. Now that we know is the Anunnaki according to the Sumerian text. But when I'm reading this shit, I'm thinking to myself, if that don't sound like some voodoo shit, they took blood, clay, and then they took the spirit of another being and put it into this damn clay figure that had blood and all the other shit in it. Okay? That's some voodoo. So voodoo started in Samaria. Voodoo started with the Anunnaki. This shit is ancient. Because they ass was doing, that's voodoo. I don't care what you say. That's some voodoo shit. So, we know that based off that, voodoo was older than Islam. Voodoo is older than Christianity because they were doing that shit. The Anunnaki, the ones that supposedly created us on the physical realm. I don't know how true shit is, but according to them books, that's what it is. Then you know what else? People are saying, you ain't supposed to question God. Why the fuck you supposed to learn then if you don't question? That's how you learn, when you ask the question. That's stupid as hell. That's how, just like that shit in the Bible, where it say, God said, God cursed them basically, because they went against his law as far as like they ate the apple. And Lucifer said, eat the apple, you become like God. You will know the good and bad. That's the same shit somebody's saying by saying, you don't question God. How the fuck you supposed to know then? Shit, Lucifer had the best idea. If you ask me, the serpent did. Shit. Then Jesus then already told you, you God, children of the Most High God. But Lucifer giving you the solution how to become a God. And like I said, in so many of my videos, Lucifer is the light bringer. And the light bringer is the electrical current, the Kundalini, Shiva and Shakti, because the Kundalini has gender. It has a masculine and feminine energy. So these energies goes up the spinal cord like the medical sign that you see. And it merges your left and right hemisphere, your brain together. And this unlocks all of that junk DNA that we don't use. It unlocks the God in you. And it puts you in your God self. And don't forget that the pineal gland, once this electrical current hits it, is a miniature universe. Therefore, you are tapped into the cosmos. Okay? Shit. So actually, Lucifer is the Redeemer. According to the esoteric teachings. And it's the shit that they hide and they demonize to the public so that you will never know the truth of who you is and the power that you really possess. So they promote the bullshit every day with religion. And guess what? Y'all eat it up. Eat it up. Because I know it's hard to think outside the box of something you've been taught all your life. I can understand that. But you know what? Once you go through some of the things that I've been through, you'll understand. But until then, peace.